June 7th, 2018. I was doing a security job at a shopping center mall. I was driving around and I get a call from dispatch that there's someone sitting on top of our parking structure. And the structure is 5 stories tall, and they're putting it out like he's over the ledge, like he might jump. I get there, and it's this young kid. I find out later he's around 16. I start talking to him, and he's open. He's telling me about all these problems he's having with his girlfriend and his parents and schoolwork and everything else. I feel like I talked to this kid for it was a while. Like, the police showed up. They did not come over to help because I was already engaged in a conversation, and they didn't want to disrupt it, I guess. But at one point I noticed he was wearing a Bullet Club shirt. Eventually we came around to that in the conversation, and I was like, hey man, I see the shirt, you a fan? And he's like, yeah, I like the Bullet Club. And I was like, dude, you got like 2 days, and then Okada Omega you can't miss it. It's going to be awesome. And he's like, yeah, I was actually really looking forward to seeing that. And I was like, hell yeah, man. Like, just too sweet me real quick. And he did. And I grabbed his wrist right after, and he came off the ledge and he hugged me. So a lot of times I question my career choices, but I feel like that incident was basically my entire life coming together for one moment.
This is maybe the best call that we've gotten, I would say. This is also a call and a story I feel that can only be appreciated on a podcast like this. On this podcast. There is no other podcast like this, I don't think. The guy saved a kid's life because he noticed he had a Bullet Club shirt on, and he also was a New Japan Wrestling fan. And could only save his life because dumb Fergal and Carl were two sweeting people because they thought it was funny in 2011. And they started doing it on New Japan TV because they didn't think anyone knew about it or cared. And then New Japan got an app called New Japan World where American fans or any fans can now start watching the product. And Fergal and Carl Anderson were still just being goofballs and probably didn't realize that everyone was starting to watch it. And then all of a sudden, Too Sweeting became cool again. And then the Young Bucks were misfits and also were Too Sweeting people. And then all of a sudden, the Bullet Club are Too Sweeting people. Haru makes a shirt design in Japan. It takes off. These wrestlers are having the time of their life. It catches on. A kid who wants to take his own life and a security guard both know the sign, and they throw it up, and this man saves his life. This is such a special call, and it's so important. And you're fucking awesome, dude. When I heard this, a little bit of me was like, I can't believe you listened to this podcast. Like, I had so much pride that something that I do, you listen to, in saying that, like, you're a hero. I know in the moment, but you're a hero. And you listen to my podcast, and you have the ability to share that story now. And there's a kid out there who's still with us because of Okada Omega, because of the Bullet Club, and because of professional wrestling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go subscribe. While you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.